Ghost Lady at Kennedy Hill Road. Kennedy Hill Road, located in Bryan, Illinois, is home to a very well-known local legend. Between mid-December 1980 and early January 1981, dozens of people reported seeing a young woman in various stages of dress walking down Kennedy Hill Road outside Bryan. Despite the icy wind and cold, she was sometimes wearing attire more suitable for the beach, and was said to be very athletic and slender, at one point leaping over a nearby fence with ease. By January 20th, 1981, the sightings had reached a fevered pitch. Motorists parked their cars in the frigid temperatures along the narrow rural road to catch a glimpse of what was known as the Phantom Lady of Kennedy Hill Road. It was said that the scantily clad phantom was searching for her lost grave, which had been plowed over by a nearby farmer. Newspaper reports reached as far away as Chicago, and the Rockford Register-Star ran 5 consecutive articles on these sightings. The Phantom Lady disappeared after the snow thawed that spring and was never seen again. Devil Baby at Hull House. In 1889, Jane Addams founded Hull House as a shelter for hapless women and children in one of Chicago's worst neighborhoods. A rumor spread that the Italian immigrant population that the devout Catholic woman hung a picture of the Virgin Mary on her wall, but her atheist husband tore it down, proclaiming that he would rather have the devil himself in residence. Soon after, the woman became pregnant and gave birth to a hideously deformed child some say had scales, horns, and even cloven hooves. To spare it from community torment, she left the creature at Hull House. The mother, who was disgusted by the child, abandoned him, and the owner, Jane Addams, hid the baby in the attic and raised the child on her own. The child died at a very young age. Now, if you look into the second floor window of Hull House, it is quite common you will see the face of the devil looking back at you. Cherry Hill Road Accident. Cherry Hill Road, outside Oswego, is said to have been the scene of a tragic accident. While it is a predominantly straight road, there is a sharp 90-degree angle towards the end of the road. A young couple allegedly wrecked their car after prom while trying to take on that curve much too fast. The legend goes that the boy had crawled out of the wreckage and wrote "help" in his own blood on the pavement, in hopes that a passing car would notice and come to save them. They both died due to this accident. His girlfriend's ghost is the one that is most notable. She can be seen at the bend. Some say she is there to warn passerbys to slow down. Over the years, local teens have painted "help" on the road with red spray paint, continuing this legend. The English Building. The English Building at the University of Illinois, originally known as the Women's Building, was dedicated on October 16, 1905. And it served as a woman's dormitory until 1937. It also housed a pool and locker room on its lower levels in the basement, and a very large gymnasium on the second story. It's said that a woman had died in the pool while it was still a woman's dormitory. One version of it says that the woman committed suicide after discovering that she was pregnant, unwed, and in a time where she knew that she would most certainly be shunned. She drowned herself in the pool. Some say that the drowning was a complete accident, while others are suggesting that it was murder. Another version has her jumping out of a third-floor window, but she always dies in the English building. Now people say that her spirit still roams the halls of the English building and often manifests herself in a typical ghost fashion. She also seems to enjoy flickering the lights, slamming doors, and creating eerie voices. Most students who have been in the English building claim to feel her presence there, or a strong feeling of dread. McPike Mansion. Tucked away in the southwest corner of Illinois, not far from St. Louis, lies the town of Alton. Considered one of the most haunted small towns in America, Alton has no shortage of ghost stories and haunted places. One of the best known is the Pike Mansion. This structure has been featured on 2 television shows, Scariest Places on Earth and Fact or Faked, Paranormal Files. This 3-story red brick building was constructed in 1869 for Henry McPike and his family. McPike was a local businessman. He served as mayor of Alton for 3 years and developed the nationally known McPike Grape. With its 16 rooms and vaulted wine cellar, the McPike Mansion was one of the largest and most extravagant private dwellings in Alton at this time. The mansion's next owner, Paul Leichinger, during this time in the house, he rented out rooms to boarders. And soon these tenants began to experience strange events that could not be explained. Some of the occurrences involved the sounds of children playing and laughing together when there were no children on the grounds. After his death in 1945, the property sat vacant. In 1994, the McPike Mansion was purchased by Sharon and George Luddick. Their hope is to restore this building to its former glory and allow it to serve as a bed and breakfast or a historical attraction. But within 6 weeks, Mrs. Luddick had her first experience. She was gardening in the front yard when she looked up to see a strange man staring at her from the window, and he soon disappeared. Since then, the McPike Mansion has hosted numerous psychics and mediums. Many have felt the presence of the McPike family and other residents of the estate. Sharon herself believes that the ghost of not only Paul, but also a servant girl named Sarah Wells roam the halls. Her lilac perfume can still be smelled in the attic. Other experiences include light orbs that appear in photos, sensations of being touched, pacing footsteps and vanishing objects. Some of these have been caught on film. The most active room in the entire house is the wine cellar. Here, a mysterious mist appears and seems to follow visitors as they move around the basement. A bulky metal door leading to the area shaped across the floor as it moves on its own. Ghouls, I hope you enjoyed these Illinois urban legends. I'm sorry this video is so short, but I literally couldn't find any long legend. Most legends are just like a paragraph, if that. So I did my best, but I hope you ghouls enjoyed it. And question of the day, are you enjoying the urban legend videos, or would you rather something else, or do you like these? Because I've noticed that these don't get nearly as many views as my Monday videos. Just let me know in the comments, ghouls. But as always, the last video will be on the top left, the next video will be on the bottom left. All my social medias are on the screen as well as in the description box. below. And remember, there's always someone or something watching you.